So let's see today. Welcome, my dear students. Here we go. Let me just stop sharing. Uh, Hello, my dear students. This is the third class in the management, uh, the management levels for the students of universities and universities of high schools. And we will talk today about 2 points very important. The first point is the difference between the data and the information. The difference between data and information. This is the first point. Second point is the decision making steps, and we will see how can the decisions be made. Then we'll talk about the ethics considerations in decision making, ethics considerations as well. So we'll have some topics. Let's go on, share the screen first and see what we have here. Then from there we go. So the data always is raw materials. Like if I tell you uh, 10, 10 is nothing, it's just a number. But when I say $10 divided by $5, that means $2 for whatever. So I process it. So data is a raw materials, is not under process yet, but the info or the information is from data. We derive the information from data, we derive it from data. So if the data is the raw material, the information is the output of processing the data, and it is the useful for making decisions. We do not make decisions with data. We make decisions with information. So here is the data, raw facts, but the information drives management functions. Characteristics of using the information must be in time, not to be late. It might be high quality. I have information as much more than what I need actually. Complete, not short. Relevant to the situation which I'm studying, and we can be able to understand it. This is about the information. We are living in the period of the information technology, and this is the new aspects today nowadays. So it's also including helping to acquire, process, and transmit information. Information needs for the organization, the exchange with external environment. We need information for exchange with the external environment, and we need as well information for the internal environment. I mean, the internal within the organization itself. As example, like decision making, and facilitate decision making and problem solving, if it is inside to be used inside the organization. Uh, we have something is called management information system, and this is also depends on the specifically designed to meet the information needed for managers in daily decision making. So again I'm saying we depend on decision on the information, not on the data. Information will make a decision, will help in making decisions, but data is the raw materials which will never help me in making decisions. I need two kinds of information: information within the organization to be used within the organization, and the other kind is to be used externally with the environment. I need with the environment. Okay, we have an issues called an aspect, it's called problem solving, the process of identifying the discrepancy between actual and desired performance and taking action to resolve a problem. So what if after this problem solving approach of or style, the problem avoiders, problem solvers, and problem seekers, those are the people, the types of people in relation to the problem. uh, if there is a way for the persons to think while taking decisions, while making decisions, what are the systematic thinkers? What are those kind of people? What are their traits? What are their own characteristics? How they looks like? How they act? Those people, what is their own characteristics? So rational, step-by-step, analytical, breaks problem into smaller pieces. Those are the systematic thinkers. They divide the problem into small pieces. Then they will handle each piece apart or all together. And they use the analytical approach. Everything, why, when, where, and how. and they go step by step. And of course, they are very rational. They are very, very rational. Okay. Cognitive style, like those people who are thinking for solving problems. There are four kinds. Sensation thinkers emphasize the impersonal rather than personal and take a realistic approach. They are very objective. Sensation thinkers, very objective. Intuitive thinkers are comfortable with abstraction and tend to be idealistic, have a spontaneous fashion. Okay. Intuitive feelers prefer broad and global issues and are comfortable with intangibles, means things which is not touched. You cannot catch it. Sensational feelers emphasize analysis and human relations and tend to be realistic and prefer facts. So those are the four kinds. And here is a figure which let us see the different cognitive styles of decision makers. Those are the different styles. So we have here sensation thinker, sensation feeler, intuitive thinker, intuitive feeler. And we have the four types. So this is the information processing. The initiative thinker is in evaluating the information is very high rank and information processing is very high rank. While the sensation feeler, information processing is very low, and in the feeling is very low. In this situation, about the feeling and thinking, like you see. So we can say there are four types. Based on them, we will know how they looks like or the difference between them. Now we will go to another point, which is very important for the management decisions, which is uh, the programmed and non-programmed decisions. Program decisions always is very familiar. You are very familiar with the program decisions. It's everyday operation. It's happening every day. Usually, you know the problem and you know how to solve the problem in the program decisions. We know the problem and how to solve it. This is the point. Uh, it's frequently facing the management. Very simple, not complicated one. Like as example, changing the the schedules of changing the oils for the cars. You do all this always program decisions, brushing your teeth in the morning, uh, time for lunch, time for dinner, time to go to work, time to come from work. All those are programmed decisions. Easy, frequently, it happening frequently, so much. At the same time, uh, there are no, even if you made a mistake in this program decisions, the mistake does not cost you so much to correct it. It doesn't cost so much to correct it. But yeah, so here it is, solution readily available for it. We have a available solution for it already. We experienced it before. It's not new for us. It's a structure for structured problems, which we know. Like I'm telling you, brushing your teeth, going to your college, all these are things which you are familiar with and you do every day. It's a straightforward. It's very familiar. Similar. You did it a lot of times, and you know how to deal with these kinds of decisions. Best applied on routine problems. Okay, like I'm telling you on the. But the problem here now in the non-program decisions, actually, this is the core of the problem, because we have developed novel solutions to meet the demands. It is an unstructured problem, so it's there is ambiguity because you don't know how it looks like. You don't know how it looks like. You don't know. You don't have it. It's in the gray area. It's not in the white area or the black area. It's frequently is not so much because you rare face it. As example, if you are dismissed out of your work, and this is non-program decision for you because you are not dismissed every day. So the frequently of this is not too much, and at the same time, you don't know how to solve it because you don't have a real on-the-spot plan for a solution for this problem. You don't have it. You have to think about how you will solve this problem. It takes time from you, right? So all this, um, like unstructured problem, are ones that are full ambiguity, and the information of the non-program decision. Sometimes we lack. We're in lack of information about it. We don't have more enough information. Information is like insufficient to deal with this type of problems. Um Usually, who deal with those kinds of problems? Usually, the high level management is the one who deal with this type of problems. So, crisis decision making, a crisis involves unexpected problem. As example, like the COVID-19 now. Nowadays, when we're living in the COVID-19, this is a crisis decision making. It's a big problem now. It's a disaster for all the people all over the world. Volcanoes, earthquakes, anything that comes, and unexpected at the same time. So this also cause, we call it crisis decision making. A crisis involves unexpected problem that can lead to disaster if not resolved quickly and appropriately. So this will cause a disaster. So this is another point in which we talk about rules for crisis management. What we have to do in the crisis management, figure out what's going on. Remember that the speed matters, because in the crisis, you should move very fast. You should move very fast. Remember that slow counts also. So don't be slow. Try to be speedy as much as you can for a solution for a problem. If all of a sudden happened, remember this. Okay, respect the danger of unfamiliar value. Be ready to fight fire with fire. So you do your best. You have to do your best in the crisis problems. So now let's go for the decision environment. We have three kinds of environment. Actually, we have three types of environment. We have certain environment, we call it certainty, and we have risk environment, and we have uncertain environment. Actually, the certain and the uncertain, let me stop sharing. The certain and uncertain are very far from each other, and in between them the risk. So we have certain from one side, the uncertain the other side, and the risk is between them. Those are the environments of decision making. We have three decision making environments. We have certain environment, uncertain environment. In the middle, in between them, come the risk environment. Let me give you example that will make it easy for you to understand it. Now you can see the color of my tie. You are certain about the color of my tie. If I went to the by the corner, okay, by the crossroads of my, as example, after two stops from here, and I ask you, can you see my tie? You will say, never, absolutely, I cannot see it, because you are very far. I cannot see even you. So when I'm in front of you here now, and you see this tie's color, then you are in certain environment. If I am about two stops far from you, two stops far from you, and you cannot even see me, and call you by the cell phone, I tell you, hey, can you see the color of my tie? Then you tell me, what the hell are you talking about? I cannot see even you. Even I can't see you. How can I see the tie, though I can't see you? So this is complete uncertainty. Okay, but if I came out near the door, or came out near the my house door, like about let's say 30 meters distance, or let's say 120 feet, and I ask you, what is the color of my tie? You would say, probably it's brown. Probably, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure in the risk area. So here now I'm in front of you, you are certain. You are quite certain that this is brown. If I go two stops far, you are quite uncertain that it's a brown tie. But if I went in front of the door like 120 feet or 150 feet from here, and I ask you, you say, probably it's brown, like I'm not quite sure, but I think it's brown. So this is the risk. So we have three environments for the decision making, like we said before. We have the certain, like I told you, I'm in front of you here. The uncertain, I'm very far from you, and you cannot see me even to see the color of my tie. So you're not, and the risk is in between them. I'm about 150 feet from here, and you are saying probably it is brown. Your tie is brown color. Okay. For on the certain, decision maker is having all the data and all the information that will help him in doing his decision. In the uncertain, decision maker does not have any data will help you. He is in the black spot. He cannot see anything in front of him. Okay? And the risk in between, for that reason we say this, we put for it probability distribution. Some scientists say certain and uncertain are just in the books, but the real decision making environment always in the risk area. And I agree with this as well, because yeah, you are not always quite sure. Here we go, and here it shows you what we talking about. Here it shows you the environments, the three types of environment for decision making. Those are the certain environments, C on the other hand, the uncertain environment, and in the middle, in between them, the risk environment. So we have three different decision making environments. Certain, everything is known, the alternates are known very well, decision makers are known, information is known. Risk, or the other one is uncertain, completely unknown about the circumstances, the data. I don't have data, I don't have information, I don't have anything to help me in decision making. In between them is the risk environment, and where I put set a probability distribution. I say, yeah, your tie might be brown, but I'm not quite sure. I just have to see it first. Okay. What are the steps of decision making? And this is very, very, very important for you guys to know. What are the steps of decision making? Let me remind you first what we were talking about today. We talk about the first point, the information and the data, difference between them. We said data is raw materials, information is output. So we use the information in decision making. We do not use the data. We talk about the management information system. We talk about the decision environment. We say we have certain decision making or environment. We have uncertain environment, and we have risk environment in between them. Now we are moving forward into the decision making. There are steps. First step is identify the problem. Just talk about the problem, say what the problem is. Second, generate possible solution. But the only thing I want to say first, what is the decision making? What does it mean? Decision making means choosing among alternatives. You choose only one alternate out of many. Out of many, you will choose only one. Let's say, as example now, if a fire came into my room here while I'm sitting, I experienced fire. Then I cannot say I decided to escape from this door, because I will say the word decided if there was two doors in the room. I can say decide means because I choose one of them. But if there is only one door, then I cannot say I decided. I said I will escape from this door. But I can say I decide to go out of this door, because it's only one. Decision making means choosing among alternatives. When you say I am deciding, I'm making a decision, means you have two options or more, and you have to choose only one of them. You have to choose only one of those options. Okay, so identify the problem, generate and evaluate possible solutions. Every alternate of those you have to evaluate it, means the pros and cons, the profits and cost analysis. You would see this is good or this is better or whatever. Evaluate alternatives, evaluate them. Everyone you will see the pros and cons, like I said. Make a decision, you will choose one alternate only. Then you will say, okay, I will choose this one. Then conduct ethic double check. Then you will see, is it going with the ethic norms and standards which you did? If this decision making does not contradict with the ethics you are raised up upon, okay, then all this till the moment is just talking in your brain and thinking and this and that, and you took the decision, you didn't move into act. You did not move into act. But here now, implement the decision. It means that you will start moving into act. You will start moving into act means you will apply this decision now. You will apply it. Then you will evaluate the results. Let me give you a very easy example now for what I'm talking about the decision making and make it easier for you. Now, if I say that the dean of the college asked me to be there within 30 minutes from now, so I identified the problem that I have not to be late on the dean of the college because we have meeting. This meeting is around 30 minutes from now. So generate and evaluate the ideas, all the alternates. The first thing to think where I will go, it's in downtown, and I'm in Scarborough here. So I would say, let me say the first alternate is to go with my own private car. Oh, but my private car is that's fine, everything is okay, but I think the car is little bit not in very good in a well conditions. It might be broken up and the way it might be stopped with me in the way, then I will be late for the meeting and everyone will say, oh no, no, this is not a solution. So I generate and evaluate the possible solution. The first solution is my own private car. Second solution is going by the bus. This is another alternate. I will go by the bus. But if I go by the bus, yeah, I will only, it will cost me $3. But actually, there is another important point is that uh, I will be late because the bus ticket is around 15 minutes to go there, and I'm only the meeting is after 30 minutes. This is the second alternate. Third alternate is just to go free ride. I will go down and stop trying to stop any cars going, and this is unguaranteed. You cannot guarantee the results of it. So fourth, number four, alternate is to take a cab or a taxi or Uber or Lyft. Then I will evaluate every each of them in my brain and think about in my mind and just think which is good and which is bad, which is better than the other one. Then I will make my decision. Then I will say, okay, I will take the taxi. I will take a taxi cab. Then I will conduct the ethic double check. Is taking a taxi is good for me ethically or no? Am I doing a crime? I'm telling lies. I'm doing bad things. No, that's fine. Then it's okay. I will take the taxi. Implement the decision. Then I won't stop like this till the moment I'm just everything in my brain. I didn't move on. I didn't do anything. So here in this step, which I highlighted, implement the decision. Here I will raise up my cell phone and call the taxi cab and tell him my address. Then he will come and drop me where I will go. Then I will check when I reach there to the college. Am I in time? Evaluate the results. Am I in time or am I late? I will check out whether I am in time, I reach it in time, or if I am late. So these are the decisions makes steps, and here are those steps like what we said on the first one: identify the problem, generate the alternates, choose and prefer, implement the plan, then evaluate the alternate which you will make. Those are the steps in details, and this is the decision making. But still, I want to tell you something. Sometimes we have to have creative decision making, which depends on uh, people like who are having a good conceptual skills and can give also a good results. The creative people, those are the creative people which we're talking about. The creative people, creative peoples usually work with high energy, identify problems, plans, make decisions, hold ground face in face of criticism, accept responsibilities. They are resourceful. They are use both systematic and initiative ways of problem solving. They think outside the box, and they look at diverse ways to solve the problems. They look everywhere for solving the problem. They don't just focus on one alternate and leave the others. I'm talking about the characteristics of the creative people in decision making. And also they are very objective, willing to speak, stop and question and put assumptions. So these are the characteristics of the creative people in decision making. Now we'll move into another point. Like we said before, decision should not be individual by one person only. The best decisions is that decision which is held by, is taken by a lot of members in the organization. Many members, when they take the decision together, that means it's better than one only taking the decision. So, why is group decision important, more important than individual decision? Why? I will tell you why. Because it's great amount of information. Everyone is having info and everyone is sharing the ideas. So we'll have more than one person ideas. Okay, expand number of alternatives. We will have a lot of alternatives here, and because everyone is having two, three alternates, so a lot of alternates, not only some one person is thinking, but more than one. In that case, this is great and perfect for the awesome for the decision. Increase understanding and acceptance of outcomes, and also increase commitments of members, because I share with my part in the decision. I will be responsible about the part which I shared it and which was accepted by the other members. I will have a commitment to do it. But the disadvantages of the group decisions are it causes social pressure to confirm, and minority domination may occur, means only some might try to prevail and domain. Few persons will go and their ideas, they will try to impose only their ideas or to reject good ideas there. Decision making takes longer because of the group always take more time than only one decision maker. A group of persons they takes more time than only one person making decision. Uh, the ethical decision making, actually, we talk about it. Any decision should meet ethic double check, which we said in process three. Uh, how would I feel if my family found out about this decision? Okay. And also, any discomfort in answering these questions indicates that the decision has ethical shortcoming. Like when you see something you are not familiar with, you're not you are not approving so much, so that means it does not go with the ethical standards which is inside you. Ethical decision making satisfy the following criteria: utility, the benefit means, rights, justice, caring. So the ethical decision making must have this point and must include this point. Thank you for listening. Today we have talking about many important points. We have talking about the data and the information, and that management make decisions based on information, not on data. The second thing that we spoke about was the types of thinkers and decision makers and problem solvers. We talk about the information technology. Then finally, we talk about very, very important topic, maybe the most important topic here, which is decision making and decision making steps. Till I see you in the next class. Thank you so much and have a very good night. Please don't forget to share if you can. Thank you. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.